First off, a broader view of mobile and its opportunities for you to reach and impact your customers and your prospects. Secondly, through this section, you'll have a leg up on other marketers who, frankly, have been slow or unwilling to adapt in changing times. And third, I see an opportunity for you to have new career possibilities with your newfound knowledge of mobile marketing and the morphing consumer. Now, I know that you're here for a reason because you know that the mobile phone has changed the way we live and conduct marketing. But we're not just talking about any device. We're talking about the most personal one, the mobile device. We as brand marketers want in on the action. Will consumers really let us in? Or to say it another way, if two is company, does three necessarily create a crowd? Or could we instead make it easier for the mobile user by providing value, maybe in the form of just the right offer or information at just the opportune moment? Now, even if a consumer gives us an opening to their mobile lives, how are we as brands supposed to operate? With baby steps, or maybe by taking some permission as a license to put up their feet on their furniture and stay all night? And what about these ever-increasing consumer expectations? For gosh sakes, I've never, ever had a meatball sandwich from your quick service restaurant. But you, Mr. or Mrs. Marketer, know or should know from my purchase history that my diet is vegetarian. So why am I still getting those meatball sandwich ads? And what about the customer journey? If I'm looking at an Armani tie tonight online, should you target me tomorrow when I'm near or in a Nordstrom? Or is that personal, or is something that's just plain creepy? And what about the ever-increasing self-sufficient mobile shopper pushing to examine the very definition of customer service? We're here to talk about what's the role of today's marketer, and can we be replaced by machines? But first, I'd like to give you a level set. More people on Earth have a mobile phone than a toothbrush or a toilet. Wireless penetration in the United States alone exceeds 100%, meaning that there's more than one mobile phone for every person from coast to coast. The cell phone has changed the way we communicate or don't communicate, buy, share, deposit a check, and gauge our health among tens of other things that will never be the same. In developing countries, the mobile phone is literally a lifeline, leading to cleaner water, more diagnosis and treatment of disease, and banking for the unbanked. So this all means what? As marketers, if we fail to adapt to the upheaval, our customers and prospects will be someone else's customers and prospects. I dare to say the early scorecard on our efforts largely shows that we're behind. Now, why do I say that? The trouble is that it comes to the expectations the mobile user. They are sophisticated and deserve more credit than we give them. And those who carry these devices are picking sides. So let's get working on meeting and beating those expectations. Now, mobile also is a key ingredient. It benefits other digital marketing and traditional media. And with mobile, what we need to do is follow the money and follow the eyeballs. So let's define what mobile marketing is. I always defer to the Mobile Marketing Association's definition of mobile marketing. Now, mobile marketing is a set of practices that enables organizations to communicate with their audience in an interactive and relevant manner through any mobile device or network. Now, that sounds like it came right out of academia, so let me break it down a little bit for you. The keywords in that phrase are interactive and relevant. Now, first off, interactive. We know that mobile users have their phone next to them nearly 24 hours a day. They use their phone in multitasking while they are watching television, while they are on their computer, they are checking Facebook, they are responding to a text message. So there is an interactivity that we've never seen pre-mobile era. Also, the second word that's critically important is the word relevant. Nothing, as I mentioned earlier, is more personal than a mobile device. And my mobile device, while the same model as my wife's mobile device, is entirely different. I have different interests, I have different apps, I go to different sites. And what marketers need to do is to identify and respond to those individual mobile needs so we can provide personal and relevant and contextual experiences. Now, the Mobile Marketing Association further says mobile marketing includes activities, institutions, processes, industry players, standards, advertising and media, direct response, promotions, relationship management, CRM, customer services, loyalty, social marketing, and all facets of marketing. Now, as we're about, I would want to say 10 to 12 years into really the mobile marketing era, we are seeing some significant mileposts or changes when it comes to what's happening out there. When you're seeing the most sophisticated brands get way beyond having just mobile departments or having direct departments. What they're doing is they are knocking down walls, and everybody is mobile. As the Googles of the world and the lowest home improvement companies and Coca-Cola. The job of mobile is everybody's job. Now, mobile is a key ingredient. How do you measure it? And there are two different ways to engage mobile users. There's the poll where a user responds to a call to action that might be on a piece of marketing material. It might be a push message that you send to them. A poll is really how a consumer is going to take his or her own decision-making process and saying, okay, I want to interact with a brand. Now, this is opposed to a push message or a push notification is one execution of that where a marketer sends out information to somebody. And as we walk through this course, we'll talk about how to use things like push notifications. Do you need permission or don't you need permission? Do people need to opt in? And so forth. Now, mobile is a key ingredient. There are three functions of mobile marketing. I believe that there are three key things that we can do. We can delight mobile users. We can engage with mobile users. And the most important thing is that we can sell. Now, the first three words of my book Mobilize Marketing had the words sell more beer. They told the story of the head of digital at Millicourt, who has the same job that everybody in his position had for the last 157 years before him. He needs to sell more stuff. My position is that the job of the marketer has remained entirely constant, even in this upheaval of mobile marketing. The what is the same. We still need to sell stuff. It's how that's changed. So mobile marketing is permission-based targeting, where a user responds to a call to actions. Now, these call to actions, when I first started in mobile back in around 2007, 2006, I had heard about a campaign where a candy bar manufacturer had asked consumers to respond to something on the packaging. Now, the problem was that the call to action was inside the candy bar wrapper. And I don't know if you're like me, I assume that you are. When we're that hungry that we want that candy bar, we're not going to open up the wrapper rather gingerly. We're not going to look inside and see if the marketer or the maker of the candy is going to ask us to do something. So we've now way more sophisticated. Calls to actions are more widespread. They're looked for in a lot of cases by mobile users, and they are responded to. And through the course of our teaching. Now, what mobile marketing isn't, it's not a license to spam. We'll talk about the rules and regulations that are quite prevalent globally that were set up by organizations like the Mobile Marketing Association, and then some guidelines by the IAB and other groups. But the rules and regulations have been established by the carriers, by CTA, by the global mobile organizations, and other marketers. There are, as I mentioned, some differences region to region and country to country, and we're going to devote a whole section to those so you'll be up to speed on them. Now, mobile marketing and mobile advertising are not interchangeable. And just like pre-mobile, think of advertising as being a subset of marketing. Now, I like to think of it as that advertising is a single contact where marketing is an ongoing relationship.